Welcome to PVTV International. I'm going to present this week's editions of our news roundup. Cabinet news. National Unity Government pledges increased cooperation with ethnic resistance forces. The National Unity Government announced at the 62nd 7 July Memorial on July 7 that it will enhance cooperation with allied ethnic resistance forces nationwide to expedite the success of the Spring Revolution. In a statement commemorating the sacrifices of young students who died fighting against military dictatorship, the government pledged to continue its efforts to achieve victory by working more closely and transparently with ethnic revolutionary forces to ensure the swift success of the People's Spring Revolution. The 1962 Yangon University protests, also known as the 7 July Student Uprising, were a series of marches, demonstrations, and protests against stricter campus regulations, the end of university self-administration, and the policies of General Ne Win's new military regime. NUG Prime Minister urges preparedness for humanitarian aid and military council overthrow. Prime Minister Mawan Kaidan of the National Unity Government called on the Central Committee for Interim Implementations of Public Administration on July 11 to prioritize humanitarian protections and immediate aid deliver while accelerating efforts to overthrow the terrorist military council. The Prime Minister emphasized the need for emergency healthcare activities under the relevant ministry supervision as well as emergency rescues and support operations in flood-affected areas. He also noted that floods are expected to damage plantations and store seed in some regions. Therefore, he urged the provision of seed subsidies to enable replanting efforts. Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation. NUG Prime Minister calls for transparent management of natural resources. At the National Administration Body Natural Resources NABNR meeting on July 10, Prime Minister Mawan Kaidan of the National Unity Government emphasized the importance of managing natural resources transparently to benefit the public, highlighting that these resources are limited and constitute public property. The Prime Minister stressed that given the finite nature of natural resources and their status as public property, township administration must adhere to policy directives to ensure transparency and maximize public benefit. Additionally, the Prime Minister called for expansions of special resource management, subgroups and ground field teams to enhance on-site resource management activities. He urged NAB and our member ministries to improve coordination, aiming for more systematic management by township resource management groups. Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education vows swift action in student murder case. The Ministry of Education of the National Unity Government announced on July 10 that it is working swiftly to punish the perpetrators responsible for the murder of grade 11 student Mao Mya U, a 16-year-old member of the Willet Township Students Union from Sagaing Village, Willet Township, Sagaing region. Mao Mya U was brutally murdered on his way home from the village cemetery on July 8 at around 9 p.m. The ministry expressed its condolence to his family and committed to cooperating with various relevant organizations to investigate the incident and bring the perpetrators to justice. Ministry of Defense. NUG Ministry of Defense announces operations involving multiple battalions. On July 9, the Ministry of Defense under the National Unity Government disclosed that Part 2 of Operation 1027 and Operation Shaman are underway, involving troops from Sagaing and Mandalay region. Participating units include the 52nd Battalion, Shwebo District, 7th Battalion, Shwebo District, 10th Battalion, Shwebo District, 16th Battalion, Shwebo District, 55th Battalion, Shwebo District, 15th Battalion, Shwebo District, 18th Battalion, Shwebo District, 23rd Battalion, Shwebo District, 26th Battalion in Nyau District Battalion 3. Additionally, forces such as the People Defense Force Mandalay, Mogul, Strategic Battalions 1221, 1222, 1223, 1224, Number 513 Battalion, Changmen District, Special Combat Force Piegulun District, and various People's Defense Team (PDT) in Mogul Township, Media Township, and related areas are engaged in combat and reporting military successes. Hostage situation in Sagaing region, NUG Ministry of Defense report. On July 6, the Ministry of Defense of the National Unity Government reported a concerning development in Kambalu Township, Sagaing region. Terrorist soldiers from the Kotambo Military Council camp have detained 11 rice farmers, including 3 men and 4 counts, from Konyin Sho village. The hostages are being held under threat with demands for rations and food in exchange for their release. Threats of violence have been issued, warning that any perceived delay or gunshot should result in harm to the hostages. The report highlighted that the People's Defense Army and People's Defense Team (PDT) have been engaged in prolonged siege and attack, leading the military council troops to resort to desperate measures, including hostage taking, in search of essential supplies amidst food shortages. Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management. Ministry provide 205 million kyat in aid amid war-driven floods. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management of the Government of National Unity announced on July 12 that it has allocated 205 million kyat, approximately 51,250 USD, in aid to assist people displaced by war-related floods in Kachin State, Mchina, Solo, Sumbrabon, Chibui, and Machambo Township between June 30 and July. Floods exacerbated by the high water level of the Irrawaddy River have also affected Salingi, Chijai, Kata, Minge, Molai, Miao, and Sagaing Townships in Sagaing regions. The ministry emphasized its ongoing support for those fleeing both floods and conflict, providing emergency food supplies sourced from public donations and township humanitarian tax holders. Ministry of Human Rights. Drone attack in Sagaing region killed 6 and injured 15 in Sagaing region's Pudalin Township, Tanangong village. The local defense force checkpoint and village medical center on Mongyua Yeu highway were bombed by 2 drones operated by the terrorist military council. The attack, which occurred on July 12, resulted in the deaths of 6 individuals, including 4 local defense comrades, 1 CDM health teacher, and 1 PST member. Additionally, about 15 people were injured and significant damage was inflicted on the medical center. The Ministry of Human Rights of the National Unity Government condemned the attack, vowing to hold the perpetrators accountable while steadfastly pursuing the goals of equality, peace and justice for the entire population. NUG Ministry of Human Rights welcomes UN Special Rapporteur's report. The Ministry of Human Rights of the Government of National Unity announced on July 9 that it welcomes the interactive discussions report presented by Special Reporter Tom Andrews on the situations of human rights in Myanmar at the 56th meeting of the United Nations Human Rights Council. The ministry expressed special thanks for highlighting the gender and sexuality-based implications of the terrorist military council's coup attempt and for acknowledging and continuous support of banks and international governments to the terrorist group. The report is among many that document the courage and resilience of the people of Burma, as well as the intentional, widespread and systematic commissions of heinous crime, violence and violations by the terrorist military council against civilians. The report underscored that the military junta, already in decline and losing its territory, money and legitimacy, has intensified its brutal attacks on the civilian population. Ministry of Labour. Burmese workers protest in Bangkok, demand actions from UN and Thai government. On July 7, in commemorations of the 7th July Student Uprising Day, Burmese workers in Thailand, led by the Bright Future Group, protested in front of the United Nations office in Bangkok, demanding 3 key actions from the UN and the Thai government. Allow migrant workers in Thailand to use only the pink card work permits as their sole identification card. Halt the issuance of CI books by the terrorist military councils and prohibit the transfer of 25% of family remittances to the military council through designated junta channels. Request ASEAN to provide shelters for internally displaced persons IDPs by designating safe and neutral areas along the Thai-Myanmar border free of military operations to facilitate humanitarian assistance. Additionally, the protesters emphasized that humanitarian aid should not be coordinated with the Terrorist Military Council. Instead, they urge that aid programs be implemented in cooperation with the National Unity Government NUG, human rights organizations, and ethnic armed groups. Military Affairs Summary for second week of July 2024. PDF gains foothold in Mandalay as war troops enter Northern Shan. In the second week of July 2024, the People's Defense Force PDF established a strong presence in the northern townships of Mandalay, Myanmar's second largest city. Concurrently, thousands of war troops enter Danyan Township in Northern Shan State. The PDF Mandalay announced that revolutionary forces captured the 1014 Air Defense Battalion near Injimyai in Media Township, Mandalay region. They assist air defense artillery and are preparing for training. Additionally, in Media Township, they secure the North Tanga military camp and Alpha Cement factory guard post, obtaining 12 small arms. In Singu Township, they capture 5 more enemy campers and apprehended 15 soldiers, including Lieutenant Colonel Lainton Ao. This advancement highlights the PDF increased mobility in the northern Mandalay, with the Honda losing many camps and territories without being able to counterattack. In Nangchu Township, under Operation Shaman, the Ta'aw National Liberation Army (TNLA) captured the Honda Missile Battalion 606, gaining full control over the township. The TNLA reported seizing over 600 different enemy weapons, including anti-aircraft machine guns and multiple rocket vehicles during Operation 1027 Part 2 and Operation Shaman. In a significant development, the United War State Army (UWSA) deployed thousands of troops into Danyan Township, Northern Shan region, moving beyond the Talon River as part of Operation 1027 Part 2. In Rakhine State, the Arkan Army captured the remaining Honda's Light Infantry Battalion 55 in Tandwe Township and announced ongoing attacks against remaining Honda forces in the area. Let's see what do we have for our weekly roundup news in coming weeks. Thanks for watching PVTV International.